Hi guys, and welcome back to episode 2 of Chelsea's Take Podcast, where we film in the most random locations. As you guys can see, I am in a tree for today's episode. It's a bit windy out, so just bear with me. Today we are stepping into a very serious territory. We are going to be discussing red flags, toxic men, relationships, how to avoid men like this, how to recognize certain patterns, and honestly, just why we need to stop giving these men chances. Honestly, they never change. They're not going to change. So grab your popcorn, grab your drinks, and let's get started with today's episode. I honestly feel like nowadays us females are a little bit more trained or a little bit more lenient to giving men the benefit of the doubt when in all reality, they don't deserve the benefit or the fucking doubt. Okay, it's going to be a lot of that going on. There's going to be trees flying all over the place. You might see a squirrel try to fucking join me. Just act like you don't see it, okay? The fucking truth is a red flag is a red flag for a fucking reason. Like all those bad boys or, I don't even know what you guys like to call it nowadays, but it's just like so played out. It's such a waste of time. It's either going to end up with you being severely heartbroken or dead, because nowadays this toxicity is just getting worse and worse and it's getting heightened. Honestly, people are taking it to the next level. 2-3 years ago, being toxic, being in a toxic relationship involved like arguing with each other 24/7 or jealousy, whatever the case may be. Now is literally ending in gunfights or actual physical domestic violence. I just feel like it's so much more toxic nowadays than it was a couple of years ago. Cause I'm not going to lie. I do remember a time where being toxic was, I'm not going to say it was cute, but it was cute. You know what I mean? Especially if you're like around the same age as I am, 21, 20, early 20s, still teenage years. Being toxic was something that I feel like a lot of you guys idolize. I'm saying you guys because I definitely did not idolize it. I mean, I've had my toxic moments, but it was never something that I was sitting there like, yeah, I'm toxic, guys. I'm toxic. And I hear a lot of you guys talk like that. So I'm pointing a finger at you right now. If you ever thought it was cute to be toxic, I'm pointing a finger at you because we are in 2024 right now, and being toxic is going to either get you killed, hurt, in jail, whatever. Like, I think we just need to start calling things for what it is. Like, we're not being delusional anymore. 2024 to 2025 is the year that we stop being delusional and we start calling things for what it is. So the bad boy that you think, oh, he's so mysterious. He's not mysterious. He's fucking manipulative. Oh, he's too busy or whatever. No, he's not fucking too busy. He's uninterested. Like, we just need to start calling things for what it is. It's time to stop sugarcoating things, Like, it's time to start calling men out on their bluff. Like, you're not who you think you are. I'm so sorry. That's just the reality of it. You're not who you think you are. And I'm not going to be putting up with your bullshit. So there's that. There's so many things that we like to label as quirks when honestly it's just a fucking red flag. Like literally, and it's honestly like the easiest thing to spot. But I know when you're in love, you are so blinded by the easiest things to spot. When he plays victim, like literally every time there's an issue, it was never his fault. He's blaming the guys or he's trying to blame you for your reaction. It's a fucking red flag. Just run as far as you can. And this is another thing too. You need to see a red flag one time before you leave. It should not be something that you have to constantly be reminded of or something that's constantly showing up. Once you see the slightest thing that turns you away from somebody or turns you off in that moment, just leave, because you let that one slide and it will continue and something else will build up and then it'll be something else that you don't like and then it'll be another thing after that and you'll just be in a never ending cycle. And that's when people typically spend 6, 7, 8 years of their life dealing with someone who has them feeling like they're still in the same position, or it just never seems like that person changes, So I just feel like in 2024, it's all about you. And the rest of this year, 2024, into the beginning year of 2025, everything is all about you. So start putting yourself first. Something that I feel like is a little bit misconstrued is disrespect. I feel like a lot of the times people think disrespect is literally like an insult or like, I don't know, a guy raising his voice at you or something like that. That's not the only form of disrespect. Disrespect can also be something that is considered so subtle where he's, I don't know, maybe if he's just interrupting you every single time that you try to explain yourself, or if he's making passive aggressive comments or giving you backhanded compliments. Like, disrespect does not technically have to be, oh, he's yelling at me or, oh, he's calling me out of my name. Disrespect can be hitting in so many different forms. And I feel like that's another thing that we normalized so many disrespectful actions just because it's not physical disrespect, if that makes sense. And that's also another red flag, because a guy can be extremely disrespectful without putting his hands on you or without physically calling you out your name or without verbally saying like something that's we consider upfront rudeness. You get what I'm trying to say? So I definitely think disrespect is the number one red flag, and disrespect in all aspects, not disrespect just. I don't remember exactly what I was saying because I just had an interruption. Somebody had to call me just now, so I'm so sorry about that. But um ever since I got you all those diamonds, you've got no chill. No. Now I'm about to fall. Like, I'm in a point right now where I'm just trying to reclaim my emotional energy, where I'm recognizing that real love, real emotions, and real feelings is not confusing. It doesn't come with any type of confusion. It doesn't come with any type of power, one person being higher than the other. Real love and real emotions, real feelings does not come with any of those things. I often hear people say, there was no signs. I didn't even know he can do this to me. He changed overnight. I honestly look at that and I side eye them because I feel like there's always signs. Like, whether it's something that you thought in that moment was not a red flag or not, I feel like there's always signs. And I think that's what a lot of people tend to forget, that toxicity is whatever you make it. It does not have to be something that, the world claims as toxic. And I feel like another one of the signs that we tend to disregard when it comes to dealing with someone that's toxic is love bombing. Love bombing is something that I find, actually, for one, super duper cringy. Don't ever love bomb me. I think that's so cringy, for one. I personally would not be interested after I see that you're love bombing me. That's personally me though, but to each his own. I just want to say, I think that is super manipulative. I think it's super unhealthy. I think it's super toxic. And I think that's one of the signs that we tend to avoid. You guys pretty much already know the basics: manipulation, cheating, lying, lack of accountability. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that part of toxic men and red flags in men. But I personally just kind of wanted to touch on, honestly, I think this topic of toxic men honestly just came from more so me wanting to vent. I'm just going to wrap that segment up and we're just going to move on to toxic friendships now, just because I feel like I have more passion when it comes to toxic friendships. As far as toxic men, that was really the only thing that I really had to say to that. There's so much more that I can dive into. Hopefully you guys can, comment down below some things, and we could probably have a conversation about that in the comment section below. But as of right now, I'm just going to move forward to the toxic friendships, just because it's getting a little nippy out here. I'm ready to go a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you guys. So toxic friendships. I want to speak basically about how constant negativity, one-sided friendships, genuine versus real support, the importance of boundaries, the lack of support. I just want to speak about that, but in the friendship point of view now. If you guys know me from my vlog channel, I don't have any friends. I haven't had any friends for about a year now, I want to say. And when I say friends, I mean like actual serious friends. Like, you're coming to my house, I'm going to your house. Like, we're hanging out every single day. We're on FaceTime. I haven't been in a friendship in a while. And I think that's personally because, for one, I didn't know the value of a friendship. That's an episode for another day, so I'm not going to really get too deep into that. But I do want to talk about toxic friends, because I don't think toxic friends is spoken about enough. I don't think toxic friends is vocalized as much as toxic men is vocalized. I think toxic friend has just as much negative impact as a toxic boyfriend and a toxic girlfriend would. So I do kind of want to touch base on that. I feel like the number one thing for me personally, when I am spotting a toxic friendship, or I feel like the number one thing for me when it comes to toxic friendships is honestly how this person treats me. And I say that sounds so fucking cliche, but I say that in a way, as far as a toxic friend, once again, doesn't physically have to be saying anything that is toxic to you or anything that is negative to you. Doesn't have to physically be this person arguing with you or this person doing bad things to you. A toxic friendship can literally be someone who, I don't know, supports another friend's business or another friend's goals more than yours, or I don't know, a fucking friend. I don't know if you guys ever had a friend that is like super possessive over you. I've had a friend like that a couple of times, where like they'll call me and they'll be like, "Oh, I know you see me call you." And it's just like, who the actual fuck do you think you are right now? Like, literally, you would never call the chelseameerah's phone and then text me, "Oh, I know you see me fucking call you." Like, are you fucking dumb? I think that's super toxic. I'm the type of friendship, honestly, where I feel like, for one, we need our space. I don't want you calling me every day. I don't want to see you every day. I don't want to text every day. That's personally how I am. A lot of these, a lot of the friends that I had at the time did not agree with that. And that's how a lot of my friendships ended. I don't want to be on the phone with you every day. I don't want to text you every day. I don't want to send memes to you every day. I don't want to see you every day. I don't want to hang out every day. I have my own personal life. You have your own personal life. We can mesh our lives together here and there. We can do things together here and there, but I'm not, or at least I'm not anymore, because I was very codependent of friends for a while. And I think it took me, once again, being super self-aware and me doing some soul searching to figure out what it is that, one, I don't enjoy, things that I do enjoy, whatever the case may be. I personally found out that I don't like talking every day. I'm already forced to talk to my family every day. And I say forced because I live with them, not like any other weird reasons that you guys would be like making up. But other than that, I don't want to talk to nobody every single day. Like, I don't understand how people would like to talk to people every single day. I'm not that type of person, So that's one thing that I can say about toxic friends. Fun fact, I literally did not know how to spell friends for a while. I used to spell friends Friends, and like, I forgot what happened, but I remember feeling super humiliated about it. Somebody made me feel super stupid, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna make it my duty to know how to spell friends from now on. Like, I literally just started knowing how to spell friends probably like 4 or 5 years ago, which actually sucks because I'm 21 right now. So if you do the math, 4 or 5 years ago, I was well above the age of knowing how to fucking spell friends. But that's a fun fact. Also, restaurant is super fucking tricky. I'm not even sure if the problem is, red flags in men, or toxic relationships, or toxic friendships. I think the problem is knowing when to walk away, or not knowing when to walk away in this case, actually. Setting boundaries. I think this is the problem. The escape route. Like, this is more so the problem. Knowing how to avoid these situations, know how to cut these type of people off, knowing when it's time for you to tell yourself, okay, I need to move on now. I think that's more so the problem. So honestly, what I have to say to that is set boundaries for yourself. Boundaries is something that, me personally, I still feel like I lack. I feel like there's so many more boundaries that I need to set for myself. And you get hurt so much when you don't have boundaries. If you don't have boundaries for yourself, no one in the outside world is going to make a boundary for you. No one in the outside world is going to say, oh, let me not disrespect her this many times because I feel bad. You need to put your foot down for yourself. You know what I mean? So I think that's more so the overall message of this, toxicity topic, or whatever the case may be. I really hope I'm saying that word right, because it sounds so weird coming out of my mouth right now. I'm not sure why, but yeah, like, it's just time to put your foot down for the rest of 2024 and all of 2025. The motto is put your foot down, set boundaries, like, stop being a people pleaser, stop letting things slide. Like, whatever was done to you, they meant that. And if they didn't mean it, oh well, it's too late. I feel how I feel about it already. So it's time for you to go. What else do I feel like I need to talk about before we wrap this episode up? Oh, I guess I could touch base just because it kind of goes hand in hand with this, but healing. Healing is an essential factor in, for one, setting boundaries for yourself, and for two, how much things can handle, or how many things you will allow. I think, a lot of the time people misconstrue healing with time. Time does not mean that you're healed. I don't care if it's been 3 years or 4 years. Time does not mean that you're healed. Healing is when you're okay with it. Healing is, you just got out of a 3-year relationship, but if you see this person with another woman or man, you won't feel any way about it. That's what healing is. Healing is, if somebody brought the topic up, you won't get emotional about it. That's what healing is. And I feel like often times people associate healing with time. Like, just because a lot of time went by does not mean that you're healed. And in order for you to fully be in tune with yourself, and fully love yourself, and fully set boundaries for yourself, and know when someone has an unhealthy pattern in your life, or unhealthy behaviors that you don't want to deal with, in order for you to be able to comprehend these things and peak these things and fall back, or peak these things and cut people off, you have to be fully healed. You have to be fully in tune with yourself. You have to be self-aware. You have to love yourself. And So I know it can be hard. Of course, it's easier said than done. And I just want to also let you guys know that I'm not speaking from a point of view where it's like I'm talking down on you or anything like that, because like I just shared with you guys, I'm going through similar situations. Anytime that I speak on anything, it's because I'm going through either similar situations or I've been through it already. So now it's like, okay, this is my little space to, kind of share whatever it is. So I just want to let you guys know I'm not talking down on you guys. I'm not judging you guys for whatever situations you guys are going through. I just want us all to do better. And I feel like some of the things that I spoke about today can either help you with that or just let you understand that you're not alone, and maybe you can, feel a little bit better about that. I'm not sure because I'm not a fucking therapist, but I fucking need one. No, I'm just kidding. I think we're gonna wrap this episode up right here just because it is super windy and these squirrels are fucking scaring me so bad. I still have to edit this video. Hopefully this video, was a little bit less chaotic than episode 1. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I really hope I was either able to help somebody or, make somebody feel a little bit more comfortable with whatever their situation is. I don't know if I really spoke much or got deep as much as you guys wanted me to. If I didn't, you guys can comment down below and I literally would do a part 2 to today's topic. I think that's it. I hope to see you in episode 3. Comment down below where you think we'll be filming episode 3 at. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.